Alright, Psycho Doggo, continuing my practice walkthrough of Dark Souls 3. So last time stopped off after giving the Shrine Maiden, which is this woman right here, the Dream Chaser's Ashes, which means Cirrus comes back once you've reloaded the world, so you can either teleport and come back, use a Homeward Bone, or quit the game and come back, and Cirrus will be here. You just go ahead and talk to her. She says that you're very nice and gives you Dark Moon loyalty, which you can use to join Covenant later in the game. Then we're going to go ahead and talk to Hawkwood. He's going to talk about one of the bosses we have coming up. And we're just going to go ahead and head back to the bonfire where we cut off last time, which is Cathedral of the Deep. So in this episode, we ought to be able to make it, well, we will definitely make it to the Cathedral and get ourselves another Estus Shard. Talk through the DLC, and then we'll go ahead and get the 5 free levels that I've not demonstrated how to do that yet. Alright, back here. So in the last episode we killed the 2 NPCs that were around here, and then we grabbed the item that was up top there. So now we're going to go through the arch, and as soon as we come through there's going to be a doggo on the right. There's a bunch of dogs here and crossbow guys, so just got to be a little bit careful. So get this dog to come over to us. And you can already see we're getting shot at. Alright, once you kill that first doggo you're going to want to come over to the left. Just stay to the left side and use this path. The dog's going to chase you. Just come back here. Make sure you go far enough around the corner that a crossbowman can't hit you. Dog should come to you. There he is. Hello, dog. Then just continue around the path. You're going to pop up. There's another crossbow guy. And then another dog. Oh. Come on, dog. Gonna work our way around killing all these people. Well, he fell down, so let's kill this guy. Nice. And I believe there's 2 more dogs. There's 1 and 2. Okay. Now this area is clear, so we're just going to go ahead and grab this item. And then continue through this arch as well. We are almost at the cathedral. We got 1 enemy coming up. These guys are basically suicide bombers. They will light themselves on fire, and then they do about 1100 damage, so you don't want to get hit by them. They're pretty easy to avoid. Just they'll trigger, burst into flame, and if you just start heading away, they'll chase you and then jump. And you can see, yep, 1100 damage exactly. So this is the cathedral. This is probably one of the top 2 or 3 most well-woven parts of this entire game. So just really pretty fun portion of the game in my opinion. And kill these 4 guys and grab the Estus Shard they were all sitting around. There is an item in the window up there. We'll grab that a little bit later. Don't stress about it. We are now in the cathedral. Just head over to the right first, and there's a whip in the corner. And then this guy talking. Before you talk to him, you want to go ahead, light this bonfire so that you can teleport back here. Then feel free to talk to him. If you talk to him now, it'll initiate the DLC, but there's a bonfire right at the start, so you can just teleport out. So we are just going to go ahead and talk to him, just initiate it, just so that whenever we feel like it, just burn through his dialogue, accept, and he's going to pull you into a scrap of the painting. So similar to the painting in Dark Souls 1 if you played that. Ariandel. So for the DLC, you probably want to be at least level 60. I typically would recommend to just wait until you've reached the end of the main game and then go into the DLCs. It just works a little bit better, and yeah, you kind of want to be a little beefy for the DLC because you do run into some tough enemy types, and there's definitely some tough situations. That DLC does have a boss that it's a 3-phase boss, but it's probably the most just outright fun boss in the game, particularly if you go into it with a group, because if you have a group, the boss isn't hard, it's just entertaining and really aesthetically pleasing. But we're not going to do that yet. We're just going to let it load up. We'll grab a couple of items and light the bonfire and then get on out of there. So as soon as you come in, make sure you turn around. Grab the Rhine Blue Moss Clump. Frost resistance. You can talk to that guy. He doesn't say anything like meaningful. You come in here and the bonfire's right here. Don't go to the right. There's a whole bunch of enemies. But we are going to stick to the left here, and there's a shiny in the distance. So we're going to go grab that, grab another shiny, and just see what the enemies are in this area, just so you know for the future. Grab the soul item. And you can see you got a guy with a torch. He's going to breathe fire at you. Just behind him, backstab. Charge to have you on wake up. Up. And the other type of enemy has spears that they can throw, which is obviously what hit us. Kill this fly. And grab the poison gem that he was protecting. And then we can fight these spear guys. So you can get their spear. You'll pick it up like a little bit later in the DLC. And the weapon art for the spear is obviously that throw they have. It's pretty entertaining, doesn't do great damage, but it can just be a fun weapon to use if you're trying to do a finicky build or something. Just go ahead, head on back to the bonfire. And come back to, before we go, yeah, let's go, we'll go back to Firelink, because we have the Cleansing Chapel open now. So instead, we're going to go ahead and get our 5 free levels. For the 5 free levels, you need to get 15 hollowing is the total thing, which what that comes out to is you have to die twice in between each level. And after the and once you get 4 free levels, you only need to die once. So you get hollowing equal to the number of rings that you have. So 2 hollowing once you've gotten 2 free levels, 3 hollowing per death once you have 3 free levels. So if he's not offering the free strength, it's because you haven't died enough. One of the easy ways to just kill yourself is actually just this loop right here. You just run and jump. Run and jump. And you just keep going. And then, like I said, it's 2 deaths per free level. So go ahead and do that. And then just for your levels, go ahead, get strength and dexterity up to 20 each, and you'll be good to go moving forward. And then, because we did get that Estus shard, go ahead and get your 10th Estus. It'll be nice to have, because this is an area with quite a bit of meandering. So you could end up pretty far afield. Can't level that, and we are saving our Titanite scales, so we are not going to use the Hollow Slayer yet. One thing to be aware of is you have to have a torch in this area. As you can see, I don't have one. So you want to just take the minute, go ahead, go to her, and 300 souls, get you a torch. There's enemies, they spit maggots on you, and the torch makes it so that the maggots fall off as opposed to biting you and causing you to bleed. So go ahead, head on back to the Cleansing Chapel. So there's 3 total paths that we're going to take from the cleansing chapel. We're going to go ahead and knock out the first one, which is the only available one right now. If you do have a weapon with fire damage, the enemies we're going to be fighting right now are extremely vulnerable to fire damage. So if you're a pyromancer or you have a weapon infused with fire, it will pay off. You don't have to kill these enemies every time. You can just run right by them. So coming in here, a bunch of guys are coming out of the ground. Ignore all of them and just take a left. We're going to come on up. So these enemies, they can be intimidating, but you can just walk by all of them. Get you the Asura Greatsword, super fun, ultra great sword. And just ignore these guys and instead take a left. And you're just going to drop on down here. Just again, you can kill these guys, but they don't give very many souls. See a bunch of guys popping up down there. You're just going to continue around to this courtyard with 2 items. This is a trap, but we're going to spring it because it's not really that dangerous of a trap. So once you grab the big item, you get you the Fading Soul, and then the Executioner's Greatsword. All these guys are going to pop up. Just walk on by them. Ignore them, ignore them, ignore them. The Executioner's Greatsword gives you, I believe it's health every time you kill an enemy. But yeah, you can just keep walking. This area, you might have to kill 1 or 2, just depending on whether or not they get in your way. But as you can see, you can just walk by all of them. Then you have that guy. So what you're just going to hit him with a torch, and hit him with your sword. Hit him with a torch, hit him with your sword. Hit him with a torch, hit him with your sword. The fire just staggers them so badly that you can just continuously damage them. It's not really a problem. Then you have a woman with dual blades coming up. You're going to want to fight her up top, so just head towards her and then just roll right past her. You want to fight her up here. So she's going to follow you and just roll away. Her weapons cause bleed and like a ton of stagger, but 4 hits and she should die if you're rocking the Baymore like I am. And you just want to head over on here, grab this item, Curse Ward Great Shield, and then we're going to kick down this ladder. Boom. And yeah, this is actually going to be where we end the episode, just right here. You can make a run back to the bonfire. I would not recommend it. We're going to grab an undead bone shard right in the next episode. So yeah, we're just going to stop right here, and we'll continue the next episode from the top of this ladder.